We're just sitting here chilling, taking a little set break. This is a new addition to the set. Sarah, Charlie's a co-host. I'm sorry. You can't just come up here. You have to do an audition first. Maybe next season. There's a ton of videos out there of people that do all cool stuff for food. I'm not actually the person to watch. I don't like cooking. I just like boiling water. I'd rather just carry the weight of some things that I just really enjoy. These I'm bringing this year, I didn't bring last year. And yeah, there's a lot here because I'm not gonna find these out in the wilderness. One of these is one banana, tons of potassium, awesome. Pineapple, great anti-inflammatory. Tastes really good on the trail when you're really hot eating fruit. Fish versus beef or chicken, because fish is easier in your digestive system, uses less energy. These are super cool. They're much lighter than these. This was my go-to last year because of the water in the bags, you know, it makes it heavier. I wanted the most calories with the least amount of weight. I'll always use this stuff. Mike's Mighty Good has like a cardboard thing in it. Consolidated it into these. See how sharp those are? This can cut the plastic. Yep, that's how specific I am. When you get these bags, try to spend the extra $1 and get a better quality plastic so they don't rip. Or they have a few of these at the top. One of my favorite go-tos, this is 4 ounces. These you can usually find somewhere, even in a little tiny shop in the middle of the mountains. Instant mashed potatoes. So I'll probably just get 2 more of these. Afternoon snacks, RX nut butter and Justin's chocolate hazelnut and almond butter. Yum! Because of my knee, whatever's going on with my ligament, or doing it on the supplements. I'm bringing all of this. It's a waste. I was supposed to have left 2 weeks ago. I was speed walking in the morning with weights, get muscle for this trip. The right side of my leg started to ache right here. And then I'm standing in my room and I just sort of turn my leg barely and I hear a loud pop from this side. It's either I tore my medial collateral ligament, a meniscus tear, or a small piece of loose cartilage is caught in my knee. I can't wait another month to leave. I'm very stubborn and maybe stupid. This is like my favorite thing out of all of this. The power of beats. I did a 140-mile charity ride, which was the most I'd ever done. I bonked at the end really bad. I finished, but like the last half mile, I had to constantly get off my bicycle. When I was done, I had to lean against a tree. I knew I couldn't drive. I was eating, they had stops and stuff. The next day, I had friends who were visiting. They were gonna do the Guardsman's Pass climb, which is a famous, very difficult climb in Park City, Utah. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. Getting home from the 140-mile ride at like 8 o'clock, we're gonna leave the next morning at 7 a.m. And I'll just meet you for like 30 minutes and then I'll turn around because there's no way I can do it. So the morning comes and I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect time to test this beat theory. Put it in my water bottle and I finished. Not only did I finish, it felt like when I'd done it before. It was amazing. I'd ridden enough to know and I'd taken different things. 100% it was because of the beet powder. Freeze dried, which I only had like 1 bag of this last year. This is all egg stuff because eggs were the lightest item, 2.2 ounces. I'm not gonna be able to fit any of this on my bicycle. So I'm gonna bring a backpack and I'll carry my food on my back. It'll be easy when I get to camp to throw it up in a tree. Just found these at Trader Joe's, seasoned kale chips dressed with cashew butter and tahini. Super lightweight. I just crushed them into almost a powder and I'll transfer it into a little plastic Ziploc. Great little addition of flavor and calories that I can add to my noodles each night. This is why I don't do freeze dry. You can smush this, but some of it you're gonna make mushy porridge. That worked out great. The concept behind freeze dried is to keep it dry. When I called the company, they said once you open the packet, it's good for about 5 days, although other people are claiming otherwise. So I have individual snack bags in here. There's 4. I even took an absorption packet that came in one of these and that's in there. The bigger bag is a freezer bag and I got one with multi-seal at the top. That's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna try to put this in a bowl of water and get all the extra air out. I'm really not worried about it. I'm also gonna bring one of these. I'll put the egg serving back in here and add boiling water, seal it, and I'll be all set. Same concept with a Mountain House Adventure Meal chili mac with beef. Each one of these was 2 servings. I broke it down into 4. What I am noticing, I think I'm a 2 servings girl. That's it. If you're repackaging and you're not bringing any of the original packaging, don't forget to write down the instructions. I almost forgot. Yes, the madness continues. The search for the perfect snack bar for me. What I might love, you might hate. So don't not go buy any of these based on what I'm about to say. I just went to Whole Foods. They have an awesome selection. Yes, it's a little pricey, but if you're gonna be out there, get something you really like. I know there's a ton more. I wasn't gonna buy every single bar, although yes, I was very tempted. The Monk Pack protein cookie, it tasted good. I'm not really an oatmeal person. Probably should have gotten the chocolate chip, but it had chips in it, and I don't want anything that's melting. The Thunderbird, I got the pecan goji pistachio one. Patagonia, the apricot almond bar. As you can see, they're all kind of similar in texture. This is a much harder bar. Quantum Energy Squares. It's like a wafer. If you want to know what the inside of a shoe tastes like, I'm sorry, Bulletproof. I actually spit it out, which I rarely do. I'm inside an air conditioning. It's wet. It's melted. That makes no sense to me. The reason I chose the Thunderbird, I like the way this tastes, and on my chart, I had a much more extensive chart where I had them all column, but I threw that out. So this was just sort of a last minute I threw together. For instance, the Monk pack. Well, that's these numbers for the full serving if you ate the whole cookie. And the Thunderbird is actually this column. For half of the weight of this cookie, I can get 250 calories for just this. Again, I'm looking for a lot of calories and not a lot of weight. If you go down, it's fairly similar. I'm not too concerned about protein because I have so much stuff I'm eating with protein. The potassium, look at that, it has more potassium, and that's something that's important for me. That's a muscle thing. So is magnesium. There is a decent amount of calcium, and look at the sodium. What I was doing is then of course I went into taste, but I just thought this tasted great. It has 3 ingredients in it and it covers everything I'm looking for. How cool is my gray hair? I know a lot of you don't understand why I would do this, but don't worry, it'll start to turn yellow in no time. So while I'm eating pizza from Whole Foods, a very expensive slice of pizza I might add, I went in because they have a great array of electrolyte stuff. The guy said that the Ultima Replenisher is like their top seller. And although they have a really great amount of potassium and magnesium, their sodium is not bicarbonate. And bicarbonate is the one that you want. I'm gonna not get into scientific data here that you can research the word. Noon tablets too. The problem is kind of heavy. I can grab 20 of these guys and it weighs nothing in my bike bag, but the Noons, I mean, there's weight there. So I'm gonna use both. Back to eating this pizza. Nothing beats New York City pizza. Cooking. You don't see a fuel container because I don't really like using them. They're super efficient and I get why a lot of people like them, but I just don't want to carry the weight. Stands. Esbit pellets stink. It came with Esbit and I threw them in the trash. I got these at REI. These are fantastic. Lightning bug fire starters. One is supposed to last 7 minutes. Round side down. I wrote that on the package so I don't forget when I'm tired. I have 2 kinds only because I already owned the quick fire ones, and these don't smell at all either. You know, you put the little guy in there and this is supposed to last, I think, 7 minutes. Storm matches. When you light these things, it's a really awesome size flame. This is a little backup. The foil is for protecting the bottom of my pot because last year it got really black. This is for something else. I don't remember what. Who cares? Because it's super lightweight and you can unfold it and make it 2 flat titanium panels. I know it's tippy right now, but I could make it work. The thing is, I realized that I want to reach the fire and be able to put sticks and stuff in there, and this is closed. So this was a no. This is a little bit heavier. Even when my pot's on it, I can still get to it, put, you know, little sticks in here and keep the fire going. It just goes flat like this. That's my setup. All of this will fit in there, not the Esbit metal thing, but all of this I can get. You get the idea. I will be able to fit everything here, not my spoon. Water. Beloved Steri pen. I'm not bringing. I love this. I've had it for years. And if you take it out of the water, just the tip, like just a centimeter, it registers that you took it out and it gives you a sad face on the screen. And if you do it correctly, then you get a smiley face. If you decide to buy the Steri pen, here's some numbers for you. Well, on a full charge, you'll get 100 half-liter treatments, or you'll get 40 to 50 1-liter treatments. For this particular trip, since it's mountain biking, I'm going to try a different system, which is very popular amongst bike packers and backpackers. The Sawyer. This is just a bag I got separately, the platypus, and I wrote dirty on here. Get the river water in there. You screw this on the end, squeeze the bag, and it'll push the water through the filter out of the spout. The other option you have, you can just put the straw on the end here. I could just put this in the river and just suck on the straw. I'm actually super excited about this. Can't wait to try it. I haven't tried it. I brought this as a spare washer because there's one in here just in case it falls out. I love Hydro Pack. I love this company. Both of these are Hydro Pack. I love these soft kind of bags. This is 2 liters. This is it. I don't carry any more water than what fits in here. And this I love because it has a nice big spout and it collapses and you can really get water this way. Like, I'm wondering if this is so tiny. How long does it take to get water in here. This is another thing I can't live without. By Wilderness Technology, I use it to wash my clothes. Like even in like a shower place, like a campsite, you put some soap in here and put your dirty clothes in there, and you can bring it into the shower with you. And you can also wash your hair in here. I put my head upside down, totally collapses into something really small, and it doesn't weigh anything. I recommend getting clear containers. You can see through all of these, even this one. It looks dark, but when you hold it up to the light, I can see if there's anything swimming around.
Just some more nuts, please.